I'm Stephanie and I'll be showing you the ins and outs of our advanced LCD display. The advanced display is one thing that separates juice bikes from the crowd, allowing you, the rider, control over how your e-bike performs. From turning on your e-bike to viewing the temperature of your controller, we're going to take you step by step until you're an LCD pro.
To turn on the bike, first press the battery button to turn it on. Then hold the power button on the back of the LCD for 3 seconds until the screen turns on. If you have a bike with a keyed ignition, first press the battery button and then insert the key to turn on the bike. Let's go quickly through what's on your mains menu, top to bottom and left to right. The battery voltage is exactly how much range you have to work with. As we've said in other videos, you want to try to stay between 80% and 20% voltage for good battery health. Say your voltage reads 58.2, this is an example of a full battery. Now, if you got on your e-bike for a long ride and your voltage reads 49.1, you may be in for a shorter trip than expected. This is the pedal assist level you're currently in. It's perfectly okay to switch your pedal assist levels while riding just using the plus or minus buttons. We'll go over the differences between levels a little later. This is a quick visual reminder of your battery level. No, it's not as accurate as the voltage reading, but for people who are more visual, this is a great reminder to charge up. This one is easy. It's how fast you're traveling while riding. This number right here is how much power is being pulled from the battery pack in real time. It's measured in watts. This is the odometer. It's the total number of miles the bike has traveled and can only be reset from the settings menu, which we will dive into a little later. This is separate from the trip distance odometer found in the advanced display screen. To turn on the headlight, press and hold the plus sign button for 3 seconds. To turn off the headlight, press the button again for 3 seconds. If you own a Scorpion X or any of our hyper models, you can operate the headlight with a switch on the handlebar. Check out our How to Operate a Juice Bike video to learn more.
All juice bikes with the advanced LCD have 7 different riding modes that offer different levels of pedal assistance.
0 offers throttle, but no level of pedal assistance, and is just meant for keeping the bike on. To change the riding mode, click the plus sign or minus sign until you get to the one you like. Eco gives you enough power to essentially remove the weight of the bike while riding. You can increase to levels 1, 2, or 3. These modes will give you more and more pedal assist. Sport mode gives you even more pedal assist, allowing you to get your programmed maximum assist speed faster. Race mode unlocks the full speed of the bike and allows you to reach 20 miles per hour on throttle only and 28 miles per hour on pedal assist. Later, we will be going over how to unlock this feature in the settings menu.
If you own one of our hyper models, race mode will allow you to reach 30 miles per hour on throttle only and 30 plus miles per hour with pedal assist. Remember to use race mode only where it's legal, like on non-public roads. You can access cruise control through your main menu. This function is very handy for areas where you want to maintain certain speeds or when you want to give your thumb or legs a break. First pedal or throttle up to your desired speed. Once reached, press and hold the minus button until the C pops up in the upper left corner of your screen. Cruise control will work at speeds between 9 and 20 miles per hour. Just like a car, if you use the throttle, any of the LCD buttons, or hit the brakes, the cruise control will shut off. One little known feature on a juice bike is walk mode. This is something you see more often in the UK, but is extremely helpful when it comes to moving your bike around when you're not actively riding. For example, walking the bike up a small driveway or hill. To access walk mode, just press the minus button and hold until the walk icon appears on your screen. Think of this as a throttle which is limited to 4 to 5 miles per hour, as you'll need to hold the minus button down to keep the walk mode engaged. To exit walk mode, simply release the minus button. Now I'm going to take you through all the functions of your advanced display menu. Press plus and power buttons at the same time to access your advanced display. You will use the plus or minus buttons to set the pedal assist levels, just the same as on the main screen. Now let's go from top to bottom and left to right.
This tells you the voltage of the battery pack. This is like having a multimeter on the bike. The voltage will fluctuate depending on what pedal assist level you are in or the load you have on the motor. The power output in real time of the bike is displayed in watts. The more power used, the higher the number will be. This number will never be zero, even when the bike is not moving. The system requires a small amount of power when just turned on but not moving.
This number here measures the amount of amps the bike is using in real time.
The amount of current being pulled from the battery pack is just like water in a pipe. This measures how fast the current is flowing. Here's the current speed you are going. This is how much energy in watt-hours has been pulled from the battery pack. The value is reset by resetting the trip distance, which we'll go over here in a few. This is a different way of measuring how much energy has been pulled from the battery pack. This value is reset by resetting the trip distance too. The temperature shown is the temperature of the motor controller, or sometimes referred to as the ECU. Like all electronic devices, the motor controller produces some amount of heat when operating. The higher the workload, the more heat it generates. The system will regulate the maximum power to avoid overheating when the temperature is about over 80 Celsius.
However, this will only occur in extreme conditions. This tells you how far you have ridden on your trip. It's good practice to reset when your battery is fully charged to get accurate readings. To reset the trip odometer, you will hold the power and the minus button down, resetting your trip to 0.
Your trip odometer will reset automatically at 1,500 miles. The odometer on the main screen will track well over 10,000 miles.
To exit the advanced menu, hold plus and power.
The settings menu allows you to fine-tune your ride and how it behaves. To access the settings menu, press the plus and minus buttons at the same time and hold. To select anything on the menu, you will use the power button.
This is where you can change which units you would like on your primary display. You can toggle between miles and kilometers. Here is where you can limit your pedal assist speed in areas where this is required by law. This will not increase the throttle-only speed.
This is where you can control the brightness of your backlight. This is where you can set the circumference of your wheel. This is only important if you change your wheels after purchasing your e-bike from us. To get an accurate speed reading through your LCD, it is important to change this when switching wheels or tires out if their circumference is different than the factory settings. This is where you can control how long before the bike automatically powers off when not in use. Pedal assist setting power levels. This is where you can adjust your voltage so that your model will only perform up to a certain level to suit local regulations. This is also where you need to go to unlock max speeds, which we'll go over a little bit more later. Here is where you can turn your torque sensor on and off to your preference. If you turn it off, the sensor will act just as a cadence sensor. If your model does not have a torque sensor, this setting will not make a difference. This is where you can set the threshold voltage the bike can't go beyond. This is a setting used by people concerned about running below that recommended 20% charge on a regular basis. It can be set higher by the user to shut off at a higher voltage, saving the life of your battery over time. Most bikes will let you run the battery completely flat, which does more harm than having a less shallow discharge. We recommend having it set at 42 volts or 43 volts. Remember earlier in the video when we talked about your odometer on your basic menu? Now this is where you can reset it. This setting is used to turn the backlight on or off. Using the power button on the front of the display to select and the plus and minus buttons to navigate, you can choose if you want to have your backlight on or off.
When you select the setting, there will be two options, always on or switch. Using the same buttons, you can choose if you want to have your headlight always on or give yourself the option to switch between on and off via the main menu.
If you're looking at your LCD and don't have race mode available, you'll need to unlock it.
Press and hold the plus sign and minus sign together. Then navigate down to the speed limit by using the minus sign. Push the power button on the back of the LCD to enter that screen. Press the plus sign button until you get to your desired speed and then press the power button to save it. And remember, just because you put in 40 miles per hour doesn't mean the bike will hit 40 miles an hour. The speed setting only applies to the pedal assist, and you can only ride as fast as you can pedal.
Now, navigate back to the settings menu and click down to NDW. Change the NDW number to 5 and hit power button to save. Continue hitting the power button until you are back to the main menu.
Now you're able to access race mode. Thanks for coming with me on that journey, and hopefully now you're a real LCD pro. If you've made it this far, please leave a comment below and let us know what juice bikes you're riding. Thanks for watching. See you next time.